The shoes are placed beside him, and him standing on the edge implies that he is thinking of falling. It is customary in Japanese culture to take off your shoes before entering the house, as to not to take dirt inside. The same applies when going to the afterlife. The railings are open from where he is standing, so it's possible for him to fall while he is reaching for the moon. The moon is shaped like a bracelet and thins towards one side, like the bracelets we see in the music video. There's also an overlap when the bracelet falls and cuts to the moon. Further connection between the moon and the blonde friend is when the butterfly goes past the moon and hits the like button. Butterflies can symbolize the soul of departed loved ones and represents the friend's soul. The boy tries following his friend, or butterfly, by going towards the edge of the building, emphasized by the line, quote, "I'll follow you no matter where you are," end quote. The constant depiction of the moon suggests that the place is a dream, in which he is following his friend, quote, "Even in dreams, I've been chasing you." The friend is shown to be very carefree and cheerful, shown by his laced blue shoes and hands behind his head. We see him wearing a blue bracelet at the beginning. In contrast, the black-haired boy is tired and hunched over. He wears more formal shoes. Another difference between them is when they are sat in the basketball court. The friend isn't wearing gym clothes, or shoes for that matter, like the boy, suggesting that the friend doesn't play basketball, but joins the black-haired boy anyway, as they enjoy each other's company. When they are having eggs together, the boy is in the shadow while the friend is in the light. This further adds contrast between the two boys. The friend encourages him to come out of the shadow. Out of all the moments, both of them falling into the puddle was one of the most precious memories for him, the only time he remembers smiling, and is suddenly reminded how much his friend meant to him. The way he put his hand on his forehead initially conveyed him moving his hair out of the way, before for a split second showing that he is distraught. The same position is now nothing but grief as he hangs his head. That moment in life brought him a lot of joy, but is now the cause of a lot of grief. This is how he ended up at the top of the tower in the beginning, as the camera angle above them in this memory reveals that they are at the top of the tower, which is where the friend led him to. He's barefoot at the top of the tower enjoying the water with his friend. He's also barefoot at the start of the music video. Instead of being barefoot to enjoy the water, he's considering falling off the tower. The atmosphere quickly changes. This sudden change suggests that the friend disappeared from his life suddenly, leading to everything around him changing. Quote, "Living a peaceful life, then breathing in a town that disappeared." End quote. He feels isolated and alone experiencing this. Time had also stopped when the bracelet fell into the water. Their friendship is reflected by a sign that has a man holding a girl's hand. The man represents the friend leading and guiding the boy during their time together. The title was also translated to indigo. This may have been inspired by the phrase, "from the indigo, an even deeper blue," which is a Buddhist teaching where the mentor, or in this case the friend, is described to be an indigo plant. This plant in particular is used to achieve a blue dye. The part, even a deeper blue, means the student or the boy is surpassing his friend's teachings that will help him to achieve a more enriched life that his friend couldn't have. There's a clear emphasis on indigo and the color blue throughout the music video. Just like the friend that guided him, the man on the sign suddenly disappeared. We don't see how the man disappeared either, just that the boy finally processed the disappearance of his friend, shown by the bracelet finally falling and making a splash. That was triggered by the friend in butterfly form flying past him. Because before, instead of moving forward towards the right, he was moving backwards towards the left. This is emphasized by him having short hair while walking towards the left, but having long hair while running towards the right. When the moon became an eclipse, it showed that his world became darker, because the moonlight is now gone. His desire to follow his friend that died is represented by multiple red hands surrounding him. These hands reflect the same hand that was trying to reach the moon. These distraught feelings are emphasized by the memories of his friend, but each memory now has his friend missing. He goes to grab his friend, only to be left with his bracelet. The hand that the friend reached out with was also the hand that had the bracelet. This symbolizes the boy reaching down and retrieving the bracelet from the water. The gap between him and his friend was displayed further with one of the red hands placed between them. When he became surrounded by these hands and gave in to them, shown by him closing his eye, he started to slowly walk off the edge between the broken railings. Just before falling, the butterfly that went inside his hand comes out. The brofist he couldn't do before, he remembered doing it. That helped him break free from the hands and navigate through the dark place, with the help from the memories and encouragement his friend left inside him. Having managed to work through his grief, he was finally able to let go and cry about his loss, because previously the lines mentioned, quote, "There's no reason to shed tears, so face it, the roaring weakness within you." End quote. This suggests that he had been dismissing his friend's friendship as something trivial because deep down he doesn't want to cry and feel hurt about his loss. But as the lyrics suggests, even love is filled with sadness. Because having a loving relationship also means getting hurt in the process. Even if that's the case, the fact that they spent time together mattered because it gave him happy memories and, quote, become a better person, end quote. Even so, he couldn't help but want just a little longer with his friend. Quote, "I wonder if we can still smile together, even a little," end quote. Just enough to properly say goodbye. His bracelet falls apart, and the butterfly flies away, symbolizing the end of the friendship. Traditionally, friendship bracelets are worn until they are broken. This further implies that his friend died, because his bracelet wasn't broken. His eye color changes from red to blue, as his view on the world becomes better, having processed his grief. He puts his shoes back on, and goes back to living his life.